Hi, Jessica. How are you today?
Good, and you, Evelyn?
Good,
How you
good, good.
doing?
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's doing great today. Welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are at this time of day watching our video. We are bringing some extremely good information for everyone out there. So stay to the end, please.
See, stay tuned because as you guys know, we are in our series for Medicare still.
Correct.
I think maybe this is our last video. We're gonna decide that when we're finished. I don't know. Depend on you guys' questions and stuff like that. So we're gonna be talking about the Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D, and Medigap, and Medicare Advantage as well. So you guys gonna know everything, and we have a big surprise because we're gonna be talking about the veteran, the
Oh, yes.
VA. People have a
Perfect.
lot of
Yes.
question about VA, so
Yes, that's right, Jessica. During this process today, all the information that we're bringing, we're going to be talking about Medicaid. Make sure that no one's confused out there. Make sure we're bringing everything to you guys step by step.
exactly. Like we're gonna start with the hospital, that is the Part A. And what hospitalization mean for Medicare, okay? So the hospital mean is hospital stays, and it means like the nursing facilities, the hospital care, and also the home health care as well. So all that is on your Part A. So if you do have Medicare Part A, that's what it covers you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. And usually, when you're in the hospital, most people don't pay their premium for part 8 if they work enough throughout the year, throughout the years, not just 1 year, throughout the lifespan,
Yeah.
until they reach the age of Medicare. But there's a deductible for each benefit period.
Yeah.
So that's something that we're also going to explain to you guys about the benefit period.
Yeah. Really important. So we're gonna be talking about Part B, that is the medical insurance, and this most likely what most people use, Evelyn, right?
Exactly.
And most people relate Medicare about this part because they consider like the Part B, because it's going to the doctors and the doctor visit and all the things that um, you guys can do, the outpatient care and the preventive services and the lab testing, Medicare equipment, all that is your Part B. So that's what it will be, the medical part.
Exactly. Now, keep in mind for this coming year, 2026, I know we are in September right now. Open enrollment's coming up in October.
Yeah, October
So make
15.
sure that once you change your plans or decide to keep it or whatever changes you guys want to do for the 2026 year, your monthly premium is going to project around $206.50, and your deductible is going to be around $288.
Yeah.
Now, remember, once they pay their deductible, they have to keep in mind they still have to pay 20% of the cost.
Yeah.
So they have to, even though they pay their deductible, they still have to pay that 20% after that and
Yeah.
continue to pay their premium if they have a premium to pay.
Yeah, and that's definitely if you guys have only Medicare alone.
Exactly.
Like somebody, some people call it a Medicare free. So because remember, you are, the state will pay for the 40% on your hospital, that is your Part A, and then your Part B, 40%, and then you are responsible the other 20%, and that's what Evelyn is telling you guys about this.
Exactly.
Important to know.
Yes.
So don't get confused. So with Medicare Advantage, that is the Part C, and that's what most people use. If you have a good health and you don't go to the doctor that much, and you really open to have a networking, share
Mm-hmm.
networking, this is what most people use because it will give you a max out of pocket.
Exactly.
And says it had that 20%. So definitely the Part C, is also called Medicare Advantage, is offered by private insurance companies
Exactly.
and combined with the Part A and the Part B. And many plans also include the Part D, that it will be the part of the drug coverage,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And that's what we come in.
And help you guys out with the plan that is right for you guys. Exactly, Jessica. And saying that, often the extra benefits, they add extra benefits like dental vision, and fitness program. That way, our elderly can stay motivated and keep going to the gym,
Yeah.
and staying active. That helps a lot with the services that are extra.
Yeah.
But remember, you still have to keep paying your premium for Part B.
Yes.
Okay.
Really important. Really important.
And Advantage plans usually have providers network. Make sure they stay inside the network. That's very important as well. Check that your plan, wherever you go, you stay in network. And another thing for 2026, the max out of pocket is limited for $9,250 for the year of 2026 for
Oh
in
yeah.
network care.
For the networker. That's pretty good, I
Yes,
think. And that's pretty good, Mostly the people don't want to have that, that not knowing what it's going to be. At least you have expectations. Sometimes when we have expectation about things, they better because you can plan yourself.
exactly.
You can plan for things. So definitely. So the part D, that is the prescription drug coverage. Um, you but it's separate completely from the part A, B, and the C. The only thing is that Medicare advances, most of the plans they offer you that part D, but this is separate. So don't think like, oh, because you have Medicare part A and B, free Medicare, or you do have Part C, it's mandatory or compulsory to have the Part D. This is something that
Exactly.
is just optional, depending on the company and the
Hmm.
carrier that you guys choose. So the bundle with Medicare Advantage, that's what is give you everything. So
It gives you
that's the
everything. And
most
that's good because for now, for 2026, remember there's two important updates for 2026. The annual out of pocket gap goes up to $2,100 for the entire year, and the maximum deductible is raising, it goes up to $615.
yeah, that's
Also,
good.
most Advantage plan will start adding deductibles for higher tier drugs. So let's say like if the prescription drug is tier 3, I believe that's when it's more expensive or they have to get a referral. That's when the doctor will go ahead and kicks in, and they can get the authorization and everything else, and the help that they need.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important when you are speaking to your professional in the area that that you have, or if you have some agent specifically that work with you, please give
Yes.
your prescriptions, because
Yes.
we can see that. If you give us the prescription, we can see if the insurance will cover or not, and then that way you can make an informed decision. And that's the reason we have
Hmm.
this channel, because we want to teach you guys how to do the things right way
Hmm.
you know
And make sure that once they give us the prescription that they're taking, the quantity or at least the doses, that we're able to see if it's covered or not, under the plan that they have, or if there's any changes to their current plan, or if we need to change into a new plan where everything will be covered.
Exactly. And the other thing is, like, if you guys decide to go with Medicare alone or free Medicare, you guys can use the Medigap, as people call it, or really like the supplementary Medicare supplementary insurance.
Hmm.
What is this cover is helping you cover the cost of the original Medicare, that 20%, and then it doesn't really like to have a copay. So basically you pay like a monthly premium. Let's say you
Hmm.
get a plan that is $260 for a medical or supplementary. That will cover you cost. You are not paying extra on top of that. And that's what
Exactly.
some people do know, that have different sickness. They use this for their advantage, because that way they don't have to have unlimited bills.
Hmm.
They have a bill that is, oh, okay, I'm gonna pay 260 a month,
Hmm.
and that's it.
Yeah, and
So
and they have to keep in mind that the Medigap works with the original Medicare. It doesn't work just by itself, so they have to combine the plans together.
exactly.
There are plans out there that standardized by the letters, with the Plan G or Plan A and N, but premiums depends on the company and the state. So remember that depends what state you are in. That's how you get your coverage and then your premium.
Yeah, and your zip code is based on the state that you are, the zip code where you are located. So if you are about to move, my recommendation to you guys is call a professional like us and let us know, hey, Jessica or Evelyn are gonna be moving to this zip
Exactly.
code, and this is the state that I live, and I want to know if what insurance happen. Because if you are not sure that's the place that you want to live, and you are looking for places, then you can base you move in your insurance if
Exactly.
that's something important, So it's a choice that they have, right?
Exactly.
So
So now another important part of Medicare are the penalties to watch out for, guys. This is very, very important.
the penalties are, and we have to talk about this because most people don't know, and
Exactly.
it's so sorry, like I feel so sorry when somebody go through this and they say, what, I didn't know. And
Mm-hmm.
but even if you don't know, that don't gonna be an excuse to withdraw that consequence, right,
Exactly.
for you. So it's really important that you know that, because a lot of people doesn't know this exists. That's why.
Exactly. Like, um, if you don't sign Part B when you are first eligible, right? Your premium can go up by 10% every 12 months.
Yeah, and
You
this is
know,
for lifetime, Evelyn.
exactly. Every 12 months as you delay to sign up for your Medicare. And that's how you start getting all your penalties and it lasts forever.
Yeah, and then you go more than 63 days without prescriptions on drug coverage, you face a penalty adding to your Part D as well. So you
Exactly.
also get a penalty if you wait more than 63 days. So as soon as you get your Medicare, like if you don't want to go with Medicare Advantage, that it will give you drug cover, it's okay, but make sure you get one. If
Yes.
not, you will pay for that too.
Exactly. Also, if they are on a higher income earners,
Yeah.
when you combine the incomes between, couples or an individual, you may have to pay more for Part B and Part D because of the income related monthly adjustment amount. Remember, these penalties are permanent, so make sure that you sign up in a timely manner.
Really important. So now let's recap. You guys know that if you are 64 years old, don't wait until 64 and a half, please, because you do have time. You have 7 months to get it, but you please make sure that you go to the Medicare office, make sure you have your credits, right?
Yes, start getting
And
everything set
then
up.
let them know, hey, I'm gonna sign in for Medicare, and you get your Part A and you register for your Part B as
B,
well.
yes,
Okay?
exactly.
Really important, because if not, it's gonna cost you out of pocket 10% additionally for each year that you are not registered
Register.
for the based on the 12 months
Yes,
basis.
exactly.
So you need to understand this is important, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yes, you don't want those penalties every year.
Yeah, definitely. When you are retiring, we know and we understand that some people, yeah, they get prepared, they have the income, right, Evelyn,
Exactly.
and they just got ready in their life. But some people, we know, they have different circumstances,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to cut their paycheck for what they were used to. So
Exactly.
now adding another bill that you don't need is unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. Exactly.
So now let's talk about the veterans. Veterans,
Oh, yes.
veterans, veterans. VA.
VA, very
Like this is a
important.
question that people ask a lot because they think because they have the veteran, coverage,
Coverage.
they don't need Medicare or they cannot have it. But you can have both, but they have different situations. So for now about veteran, this question is here a lot. Like
Yeah, good point. If you're a veteran with the VA benefits and Medicare Part A and B, you may wonder, do you really need Part B? That's a
so.
question that they do ask. Do I
That
need Part B because I'm already a veteran and I
Yeah,
have the
my
veteran
dad even asked me
services?
this. He said, "Hey, I have certain percent in the veterans. Do I need?" I said, "Well, puppy, you don't need the job part." But I said, "Well, I don't think you want to get rid of the part B." He
Part
said,
B,
"I will be
exactly.
saving money." Yeah, you save money, but what about when you get older? He's 73. What about when
Yeah.
he needed more? He need to. penalty
And
for
then
that too.
exactly, you don't want to add
So
those penalties on
so
top of that.
so it's like, if I was you, stick to having both, get rid of the B. I don't know you're gonna save that much money, but at least it's something, right?
Yeah.
But you're gonna pay for it,
Yes,
you
every
know,
year, every year.
every year. No limit in life. So when if you live 100 years, you still need to pay for it. So
Exactly,
please.
Jessica. And if they choose to drop Part B, but if the year later you want to see a civilian doctor or join the Medicare Advantage plans, you still have to pay those penalties forever. That's why we're talking so much about the penalties, because people don't understand that. The VA will cover only the protect for those penalties for Part D, not for Part B. Remember, Part D will be covered,
Exactly.
but Part B, that is the one that they need the most, it will not be covered. They will have to pay for those penalties.
Exactly. Because remember, veterans, they do have the benefits when they are registered as a veteran and the VA recognize them as a member of the VA.
Mm-hmm.
They do have that Part D coverage. That it would be prescription. They don't call it Part D, but they do give you a prescription.
Exactly.
Even if you don't have a percentage, just because you're veteran, you get your prescription. But you will pay some for the medication. When you do have a percentage, that's when it comes that most of the medication they come free to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really need a Part D if you don't want it to, because you're getting the medication. Let's give this to the other people that don't
Exactly.
need it, because at the end of the day, this is a costly, cost for the state, right?
Exactly.
So, and we all pay for that.
That's good. That's good, Jessica. So, for the recaps for 2026 changes, please make sure that, don't forget, Part B premium and deductibles are going up. Okay,
Yes.
that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Part D out of pocket cap increases as well to 2,100 and your deductible to 615.
Yeah, now they have the deductible that before it was lower,
It was lower.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Medicare Advantage out-of-pocket max decreases slightly, not a lot, to 9,250. More Advantage plans may start requiring deductibles for higher tier prescriptions, and negotiable drug prices could help lower the cost on certain medications. So there's a lot of changes, you guys, coming for 2026.
Yeah.
Please make sure that you know about the changes. You stay on top of your Medicare, of your health insurance. I mean, it's very important. If you have a lot of medications, if you
Exactly.
see a lot of doctors, or if you even starting to on that age, to get your Medicare, because you are retiring or you're partially retired, you still need to get it and make sure you look at your benefits.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we know that this is a lot of information for you guys, but understanding it is the Medicare help you avoid it, penalties, pick up the plan that is right for you, because that's
Exactly.
what we really want. So make sure um, to like and comment and subscribe to our video, and then hit the bell,
Yes,
la
hit the
campanita.
bell, la campanita. If you have any questions, please drop them in here on this video. Don't forget that we are here to help you guys. Any questions you guys may have, we're here to help you. Remember, Evelyn and Jessica will guide
Yeah,
you every step of the way through this whole process through Medicare. And, like she said, don't forget to click on the campanita, on that little
yeah.
bell.
And give us a like in the video, share. And
Okay,
we here, your agents,
exactly.
that we are here to assist you, okay?
Okay, take care, you guys. See you on the
Bye.
next video. Bye.